Thank you for tuning in to another episode of WGC Fits. Today, we got a fun one. We are going to be talking about the Axiom iron shaft from Fujikura. Now, we both play crossover.
Yes.
It is both a 3 crossover that is playing more like a 2 iron from a loft perspective. And we both were playing the one that you have in your hands there, which is crossover with the money taper. 120, so slightly lighter than the rest of our irons. And we like it. Gotta say, like it a lot. I really don't have problems with this. Quite like it. Quite enjoyed swinging it. But I was curious.
That's a bad start.
It's never a good thing when I get curious. Or you, which we'll talk about later.
Yeah. Talk about that later.
So, I got curious, so I got an Axiom. And the reason why I was curious is because everyone who hits these tells me that it just effortlessly goes higher and just creates a little bit of a better launch, right? Mm-hmm. That is something that I will pay money for, obviously, as I did. And we'll see what happens, right? So, start off, let's just get a sample set with the original eye crossover setup here, Mr. E. Now, another thing to note is that these are both set up from a spec perspective.
Very similar. As
they should be, given that one is a steel shaft and one is a graphite shaft. Yeah. So they are both...
I'll take that for me all day.
Where they should be. It was very good. No problems at all with that.
I just like to go a little right today.
Got a little rights going on.
Yeah. I mean, I can play that. I don't care.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's not a bad shot with this club, right?
No.
Get it out there, get it rolling, coming in. Honestly, landing conditions, because with this kind of club, right, you're looking for something that's going to roll. This is primarily a tee shot club.
But I can set it up to hit it higher than that. But...
Mm-hmm. We're just going stock right now.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mm-hmm. Very good, right?
Yeah.
Now, the main thing that I saw and why I was curious when I was originally hitting this club was essentially that, right? I just wanted to potentially get maybe a touch more height off of just a deck type shot, right? You hit the ball a little bit farther than me, so I need the ball to have a little bit more, this club, let's say, to have a little bit more versatility, because I am going to be hitting this into like a par 5 or something.
Yeah.
You know? That is something where I'm going to be hitting it and I'm going to be kind of wanting it to hold a green.
Yeah.
You know? And as much as I love that kind of shot off of a tee, don't necessarily love that when I'm trying to get on a par 5.
No.
You know? So let's switch it up and let's see.
I love that.
It's such a good ball play. It looks cool, man. Let's see what the Axiom's doing. So, peak height, right around 60, 65, 70, somewhere in there.
I mean, with all my balls being within 10 yards.
Again, very...
The fourth one I missed on the heel a bit, but what are you going to do?
And again, very, very good, right? No real problems there.
No.
So, here's the interesting things to note for this.
It's a half-inch long.
Well, again, so was the money taper one. So it's in the equivalent of that. Graphite's always going to be, needs to be said, from a spec perspective, this is heavier and this is stiffer.
Yeah.
This is a 125X from Axiom, or from Fujikura, I should say.
Yeah. It's very heavy.
It is a touch longer being graphite versus steel, but again, that's the spec. If you're going to run a hybrid and it's going to have a graphite, it's going to play approximately a half an inch longer than it would with a steel shaft in there for weighting purposes. Yeah. So let's see what this does.
We don't need warm-ups. No, don't lose the track, man. All right.
I mean, first rip, it's the highest one you've hit today. And you carried it 262. That's pretty impressive. Give me a couple.
Oh, crap.
And launch is similar. You're looking at about 8. Get there later.
I mean, that's nice. That's nice.
81, 266.
It's too far. Oh, there's a miss. I will say it's pretty straight.
It's very straight.
Yeah, that one I missed a bit, but it probably went 240. Carry.
255.
Okay.
With 74 still. And still a 33 landing wheel. It's
All
so
right.
good. Dude, I love the Axiom shaft so much. Like, I am so close to pulling the trigger and putting this in my whole iron.
All
set.
irons.
I am so close, man. I love the way it feels. I love the fact that I feel like I get a rather consistent strike, right?
That was great.
Yeah, it is. Right. And the thing that's great about the Axiom is, just like with the Ventus line that Fujikura is known for so well these days, right? It has Velocore. And what the Velocore kind of idea is essentially putting all of the really stable and really good material throughout the entire length of the shaft, right?
I tried to hit that a little higher. I did miss it, though.
It's all right. Like I said, the average is still there by far, right? Like, no question whatsoever.
I try to actually hit that good.
Temporarily ignore that one. With that Velocore material throughout the whole shaft, right, I find that it feels comfortable for me to swing. I don't feel like I get any kind of weird lag feeling or anything.
I can't hit it high, but we're fine.
You don't need to hit it high. You already hit it high.
I know. Okay.
With that Velocore kind of feel and with that kind of solid material going the whole way up and through, right, it definitely feels different than the money taper does.
Yeah. It feels more stable.
More stable.
Less this.
Right? And not only that, but you also get all the benefit that you get from the Velocore in terms of like striking and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
That's why you were actually striking it a little bit better, you know?
Agreed.
I mean, to get 148 smash factor out of a 2-iron is an impressive feat, you know? So, and...
What was the landing angle on mine by Curious?
30. So, if we look at this, for yours...
31.
We're at 67, 31.2 with 7 launch, right? We're at 8.5, 33, and 77 on that.
And it went farther.
Right? But again, not even really a distance thing, right? More or less it's a little bit easier to get up in the air.
Yeah.
And the thing that's curious about that is again, heavier and stiffer than the iron one.
Very, very much heavier.
Very much heavier. I like heavy. But even for something that isn't necessarily spec'd out perfectly for you, it needs to be said, man. Numbers are good.
They are good.
You know? So, Axioms are definitely something that I'm going to have to think about a little bit more. 100% windmill approved. Even though Ian won't say it.
If it was lighter, I'd take it.
Even though Ian won't say it, Ian approved as well.
Yeah.
If you guys are curious, we do have a couple of these available for irons here at the shop. So if you guys are curious and want to try them out, please come see us at Windmill. And then if you have any questions, please let us know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. See you guys.